Hey y'all, how you guys are doing this Saturday evening? I'm gonna wait for people to come in and then I'll get started. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on this live. I know I haven't live streamed in like quite a while now. I just have been busy for a couple of days now, and I was not feeling up to upload personal videos and going live because I'll just be so drained. But I just wanted to take the time and go live today because there's things that I want to discuss, and I want you guys to, let me know you guys' opinion. So we already know to stay away from toxic men, right? We hear it from She-Ra 7, we hear it from Princella, we hear it from different platforms full of women and men, right? But this particular topic I wanted to discuss because it really had me thinking about what had happened to Kim Porter and her relationship with Diddy. Now, all of this is alleged, okay? I'm not saying that, what her friend said was true or not, but her friend did go into some details on what really happened to Kim Porter. And this was on uh, Empress TV. Impressive TV, that's her name. Impressive TV. So she goes and okay, Kim Porter's friend goes on an interview discussing what really happened to Kim Porter. So what her friend is telling uh, the interviewer before Kim Porter's death, or what led up to Kim Porter's death, is that her relationship with P Diddy was very toxic, and of course, we hear that already about P Diddy and his and what's going on with him, because right now he is hiding out somewhere. I don't know if he's been caught yet, but this dude, the feds are really looking for him because they have raided his homes in LA and Miami. So the last that we see of the where he was taking a jet, I don't know, somewhere from the airport, somewhere I don't know if JFK or JFK is in New York, but wherever airport he was at one time, that's the last time we have saw him. But he's gonna be found. He's gonna be found. They're gonna track him down. He can run like Russell Simmons ran from his sexual investigation, but it's gonna catch up with Diddy because he did a lot of things that really hurt people. he really hurt people, especially women. And to get back to Kim Porter, so allegedly her friend has came out and stated that her friend Kim Porter did not die from like some kind of pneumonia like the media is portraying it out to be. So what her friend is saying is that her relationship with Diddy was very toxic, and that when um when they first got together, it they didn't have any problems at first, and P Diddy and Kim Porter has been together since the 90s, I believe. So that was a very long time ago. Um, they been together until her untimely death, and I believe was either 2018 to 2019, one of those years that she passed away. And now everything is coming to light. Um, and now she is saying that Kim Porter was really, really, I would say, had home stock syndrome because Diddy has put her through a lot of things when they were together in their relationship. So the whole J Lo thing, when she found out that Diddy was with J Lo and that she became when she was pregnant with her twins, and that she found out that another woman was pregnant at the same time, it devastated her because she was really in love with this man, and he just decided to run off with J Lo at the time, and this was back in the late '90s. So let me see. So once Kim Porter, at the time she was alive, she during her time when she was alive. So her friend, when the whole Cassie thing, when he started dating Cassie, her friend asked her, how you feeling? How do you feel about, your ex dating Cassie? And she said, it's better her than me. But to be honest with you, Kim Porter was actually still, um, after the breakup with her and him, she was still um, doing, still, she was still there for him. And that whenever he calls, whenever he needs her, and this could be for whatever reason, whenever he needs her, she is usually, you know, she jumps up whenever he tells her that he needs her. And when it was close to her timely death, when her and her friend was supposed to go to Palm Springs, all of a sudden, she had to cancel that trip because Diddy needed her for something, and that she won't be able to make it. But she invited her friend to his party, and she said, "Yeah, I'll come." But when the day of the party arrived, Kim Porter um, did not respond, so she called her and asked her, "Hey, are we still going to the party together?" She's like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah. I have to pick up, other girls, and I'll be right over there." But it for some reason it did not. They did not end up going to the party. Well, she didn't, but when during Kim's last moments, um, she started to call Kim, and Kim, while talking to Kim told her in this weird, strange, scratchy voice that she was sick, and she didn't like. She said it in an aggressive way, and her friend found it very strange that Kim would react like that. It wasn't like her to react like that. So I guess in the next couple of days that led up to, her dying, she ended up texting her. And when she ended up texting her, Kim said to her that Kimberly down. And the next thing you know, she was no longer with us the next day. And that was the last time that they text each other. And I really did find it very weird that stuff like this was going on, because this stuff happened behind the scenes. And and we didn't know that, well, that Diddy and Kim were still seeing each other. I didn't know they were still seeing each other. But you know so back to the interview. I'm going to show this little clip right here, and then I'm going to get back to my commentary. So let me share my screen.
Before she passed away, she vacationed with him,
Oh, yeah,
even though he was with other girls. She vacationed with.
I'm not getting anything. Let me stop sharing. Yeah, so basically, I thought when I first heard about this, I was like, yeah, that is strange. But one thing that stood out to me, what her friend have said, was that Kim did not die from pneumonia. She died from a spiritual attack. And I'm like, huh, that is interesting. And I had to, really think about it for a moment and think about what kind of relationship that she was when she was with Diddy. And it all makes sense now. Before I show the video, it all makes sense now, because Diddy had a lot of demons in him. He did a lot of things that made people uncomfortable. He was taping people doing sex parties and stuff like that. And he had a lot of demons for him. And I think that's because he's been over time, he's been in the industry for so long that he feels that he is unstoppable and that no one could touch him. So basically, when you're dating someone or hanging out with someone, whether it's a man or a woman, these people are carrying demons on them. And these demons that they're carrying with them can get on you. And when these demons suddenly uh, come on you, you're not the same person. You're kind of different, and the folks that you are around, they kind of notice it too. And your loved ones will tell you that something about you changed, because you're sitting here and you're hanging out with people that had lots of demons on them. And these demons can manifest in you, whether you're having sex, whether you are engaging in some kind of activity with your friend, or it could be anything. And you guys have to protect yourself out here because it gets really scary. It does. And you don't want to hang around people that has a lot of demons on them because they're not healed from whatever trauma they have went through. So you guys have to be careful and be aware of who you're hanging around with. So just keep that in mind. So I am going to share this video with you because this really stood out to me about what Kim Porter's friend said. So here, let me play the clip. Let me see. Let me share it.
She went to one of his birthday parties and something strange happened. She was acting really funny. It was almost as if some energy got transferred into her and she was just acting off. And she was just very sick all of a sudden and she died out of the blue. And Sahara feels like this was a spiritual death. Some conspiracy theorists believe that maybe she took something, she was drugged, or maybe she was poisoned with something, but she passed away suddenly from pneumonia. However, Kim's friend Sahara feels like this was a spiritual death.
She and I were supposed to go to Palm Springs. And then she calls me that day. She's like, I can't go. I'm like, why? She's like, Puff called. He wants me to go to the Turks and Caicos. And she's like, I gotta go. And I was like, okay. But what was weird is that something about her was kind of off. Like, so he's good, but suddenly she's not.
Right.
And then it was his 50th birthday, and we were supposed to go to the party together. And she had like called me 3 times, being like, "We're coming, right?" And I'm like, I'm coming. Mm-hmm. And then the day of the party, she never called me. And I was like, that's weird. And then I called her and she's like, yeah, yeah, the girls came in town. And I was like, okay. So that's kind of weird. And then I remember seeing pictures of her at the party and I'm like, oh, this doesn't even look like her. Something's weird. And then through a few days later, she's really sick. And she's like, oh man, I have this like crazy flu. And I called her, I'm like, what's up? And I remember she was like, I'm so sick. And that's how she sounded on the phone. And I was like, Kim, how do you sound like that?
Yeah.
Like, this was somebody that really, she was like, her voice had a melody. She'd be like, hey, hey, hey. And like, she sounded like this like guttural, weird sound. And I was like, are you okay? Mm-hmm. Like, what's going on? And so then I remember I texted her, I don't know, the next day. And I'm like, Kim, are you okay? And she goes, Kimberly down. Is what she wrote in the text message.
Yeah.
It was like weird. And then the next day she was gone.
Oh my God, yeah. Seriously? Whoa.
So honestly, I mean, Vanessa, what I thought it was like, this is like a spiritual death. Like some shit went down. Like I felt like whatever weird shit was in him was in her. I mean, I'm telling you.
Yeah, so you guys saw that clip of her friend being interviewed and speaking on her friend Kim Porter. Like towards the end of Kim Porter's life, she was not the same, and that's because she'd been hanging around her ex Diddy, and whatever fell on her, whatever was on him jumped onto her, and eventually it killed her. And As women, we should really protect ourselves because we're in a spiritual warfare, and a lot of evil spirits are trying to take us out in this world. And I want you to be cautious of going on live streams with people that are very toxic, because these spirits that are on them can jump on you. So I want you guys to be very, very careful and be very vigilant, because this could happen to you if you continue to engage in toxic behaviors with other people. So if you have a friend that's toxic, or a boyfriend that's toxic, or you have family that are toxic, please cut them off. You don't want that in your life. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when I upload or go live. And I'll see you in the next video. You guys have the rest of your weekend. Bye.